Hey there, Mike.
How you doing?
Hanging in there.
Well, that's good. It's better
Hey,
than just plain hanging.
yeah. Hey, I have a, a whole stack of papers that I pulled,
Right.
plus a zip drive of, not zip drive, a stick drive, whatever they call them, memory stick of all my files on the EDC. Uh, I can't manage to walk up the field at Margaret's.
Got it.
So if I call you sometime, during the week,
Yeah.
could I just drive over to your place and
Sure. If you want me to come to your house, whatever you want me to do, it's ever easier.
no, it's no problem for me to drive. It's just that it's really difficult walking on uneven ground. I had walked a little bit trying to tell the landscaper some things I wanted done, and I walked about 50 feet, and that completely did me in.
Yeah, I hear you.
I can do relatively good on, flat ground, like pavement. And part of my exercise is to go out in the driveway and walk around on that using the walking sticks. But okay, I'll give you a call and just stop by.
Yeah, tomorrow I'm not available. Wednesday afternoon, I know I'm not available. Thursday and Friday look fairly open at this point.
Okay, we'll try to do it one of those days. I've got a fellow coming tomorrow to believe it. I keep on thinking of this house as a new house. It's 25 years old. It's
Mhm.
not exactly new. And the guy, when he was mowing the yard, he came and told me, he says, the stringer on your deck is all rotted. The stairs going down. And sure enough, the string is all punky for about 2 feet.
Great.
So I don't plan to have, I don't go up and down the stairs that much, but Jeff Doyle, I don't know if you know Jeff.
No.
He lives here in town, and he's done some work for me before, so he's going to come out and scope out what he needs to do to replace it. Probably just sister it and put on some new stringers, but everything is starting to fall apart little bit by little bit.
Yep. I know the feeling. My house is been here 18 years. House is a little over 18 years old now, so yeah, time to replace boards here and things there. Yep.
Yeah, what is frustrating is that I look at the things and I can't do it myself right now.
Yeah. So at least you have. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, once I get up into the truck, I'm okay. But I'm going to, if I can manage to find something that's available that matches it. I really don't need the pickup truck bed, but I definitely need the trailer hitch, and was going to try to find a mid-size SUV that has enough power to do towing and put a trailer hitch on it. I still have a trailer, and the only thing that I really have kept of all my landscape and stuff is I still have my four-wheel drive Kubota, and if I have to take that into the dealership for some reason in the future, it's too far away for them to come and pick it up. So, and then my approach to getting the trash out to the curb, it's kind of a neat little thing. It's a thing that attacks to the receiver on the trailer hitch, and you just put the trash cans in this little holder, and you
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
and you can tow the trash cans down to the street and then bring them back up again.
Nice.
Well, you've been to the house, I think, before, but the driveway's, is steeper than I could manage to go down with the trash cans in regular time anyhow. So this saves Gloria having to do it by herself.
Good. Well, I don't know. I know Maureen wasn't going to be able to make it tonight. It looks like it's 7:05. It's only you and I so far. See how it goes. I do have a few updates at least. I have at least kind of communicated with both Jeff and Bill. So my sense of it is it looks like we're probably going to push this or any leadership meeting off until the fall. I think everything's still going on, kind of still a buzz with what went on with you guys on P&Z. And I think Jeff was still willing to try to do something, the end of June, this month or July, but I think it's kind of too late to organize it and get the word out and all that jazz. So I think, maybe we probably shoot for September. So, and Bill wants to kind of talk about it in person. So I'm going to try to catch up with him in the next, sometime this week or next week.
Yeah, all of these public hearings, the attendees numbered almost 300 on the Zoom calls. It's definitely it derailed the regular agenda for the planning and zoning for about 3 months.
Yeah.
And we've got to get back to, there's a whole bunch of things that's been put off, including the submission for the affordable housing plan. Right. Which I think is overdue now.
Yes. I think they were all supposed to have been in a few months ago at least.
But that's on the agenda for this coming meeting. And we've opened up Pandora's box on the idea of renting out cottages at Lake Chavy and such. We've put a whole bunch of restrictions on the rental.
Yep.
So it amounts to, and we've also put a lot of restrictions on what can be done as far as additions and everything else with at the lakes. So it's turning out that just about every application has got to go to a public hearing and go to planning and zoning. So.
Yeah, I was looking at, my wife and I are, looking at or Airbnb, and I found there's actually one listed for Lake Chafee on there.
Do you recall where it was?
No, I mean, an Airbnb doesn't really, it won't tell you the exact location until you confirm, you basically make a reservation, because they don't want people kind of scoping things out and trying to hit things up or something, I guess, for security reasons. So, but
yeah. In order to rent a place on Lake Chafee, or just take that one as an example, it's got to be owner occupied. You can't, or the owner has got to be in it some part of the year.
Yeah. And
you can only rent it for a certain number of days per year.
Yep.
So it doesn't, the regulations do not lend itself for someone to buy a place with the idea that they're going to rent it out as a profit-making enterprise. Yeah. Although I think before all this got implemented, there were people, doing it without getting the submissions. But
I thought there'd be some association rules too.
Well, we initially put out a questionnaire to both associations, and the Lake Chafee was pretty responsive. Ashford Lake wasn't. And then when they kind of woke up to it, they all came back again. And by and large, both of the lake associations really don't want any rentals.
Right.
So they want to put restrictions on what can be rented. Although there's nothing in the deed restrictions that don't that prohibit rentals, because a lot of those places are owned by person A, and they're rented out full time to somebody else.
Right.
It's the uh, 1 week or one weekend rentals that they're concerned about because they're afraid that someone's going to come in and have a party.
Well, I know one time one of the Yukon girls basketball team mother was living right there. A lot during the basketball season, she rented a place right across from where the package store was.
Hmm.
But yeah, well, it looks like we're not going to have any further contestants for tonight. But so I think, and I'm thinking about maybe even not having a meeting next month just because of the summer season. But I'll see if reach out to everybody, see what people think, and after I talk with Bill and can circle back with Jeff to see if they really want to commit to something in September, then then we have some work to do. And I think last Ray was going to look into pulling together some information and stuff. And I think also Margaret was going to be looking at getting some information together on the what was it? She was doing taking advantage of the October program that the Last Green Valley kind of promotes and manages. So
there was something I saw signs for. It wasn't the October, but I think there was an artist.
yeah, they are. I know they're going to be showing. There's something at going to be at Margaret's place. I think it's on the 24th. But my memory serves of this month. They did it last year. It was pretty good. And they're doing that in conjunction with the Ashford Arts Council, and then the Arts Council also has a showing of a lot of their paintings and things at the Vanilla Bean. I think starting later this week as well.
Yeah, Deb Gagg sent some pictures on Facebook about what she's putting up there.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean what Margaret does with them is that was a nice event last year. I think they had 400 people show up last year, and
wow.
I think and that was the first year, so I think there's a little more word of mouth and a little more advertisement this year. And they got a grant because Margaret got a grant with the tourism to help promote that with the Arts Council. So they're doing some promotion of the Arts Council stuff. So.
Well, she's got to the point where it's not just the aquavits anymore that she's making.
Oh no, I mean, I'm waiting for the bourbon to be bottled, but the apple brandy is really good. The vodka and gin are, they're all. I mean, the vodka is like outstanding. It's like, the gin is pretty good too. So
yeah, I've got a bottle of the vodka and a bottle of the brandy. And a couple of bottles of the aquavit, but the one that we bought most recently she is making a chocolate liqueur.
Oh yes. I bought a bottle of that too. I haven't opened it. I think I can't give it away.
We bought it a year ago for Christmas presents for people.
Right. That's what we did too.
So she's doing a pretty darn good business there, and
yeah, and it's all, I think, top quality, products they're putting out too. So,
and she
doesn't have much time for much else besides, and she's working full time. So God bless her,
Yeah, and she's getting it into a lot of places. It's Maggie McFly's.
Well, yep, Manchester.
Yeah, they have for vodka. I know. I'm not sure what else they have. Because we occasionally go down there. It's one of the few places that I can go that has a decent gluten-free roll for the hamburger.
Yep.
Most of the gluten-free rolls just fall apart.
Yeah.
But
well, I hope you're feeling better there.
Well,
I think about you often there, and I wish you just can get
it's just is going to take time. If I've at least have managed not to fall anymore.
No, that's good.
Because I did fall about 6 weeks ago.
Broke your ribs there.
Yep, and all the black and blue's gone, but the ribs are still sore.
And that,
It-
yeah, well, it takes time, unfortunately, with ribs.
Well, and that kind of slowed down my going to the physical
There.
therapy, because I was going to select physical therapy in stores, and then I'm still doing some exercises at home, but I've got to get the core. The only way the back's going to get better is I get strengthen my core.
Right, exactly.
And the last thing that I need to do is sit around.
And I have not heard any more about John Rettenmeyer.
Oh
What
yeah,
I know that I think the post that you saw might have been because he was probably, he's stuck in the nursing home or rehab. He obviously he's got a ways to go, so I think that he just wasn't able to attend that function christening there. So I think that's why she might have posted it like that.
yeah. It was everyone was asking. You put something up without complete information
I
on a
know.
Facebook thing. I mean, everyone and his brothers. What's going on. I don't put anything about my health on Facebook.
No, I don't put too much on Facebook at all. I respond to others, but I don't really have much on my page. But yeah, I don't. I mean, I know Karen, but I don't really know her that well. I've just so I haven't picked up the phone to call. Margaret was going to try to get a hold of her. I haven't heard yet. So, but if I don't hear anything, I may just try to call Karen. And I did text John's phone, but obviously he's probably not able to or using the phone at this point. So feel for him because he's my age.
Well, we were we're recording this for posterity. If it's going to log on to see our meeting, but we went to Connecticut Home Interiors. There in West Hartford, and everything is wearing out. We bought a love seat with it, individual recliners on it, and we've got it in our TV room. And it's basically fallen apart, even though it's probably 10 or 15 years old, and one of those recliners to last that long. But all the cheap ones that you get at Raymore and Flanagan and like that is, they would last a year maybe, or the ones at Bob's. But at the Connecticut Home Interiors, they make some high-end ones. So we were up there, picking out, because they've got to be custom made. They're Brandington Stone, I think, is the brand, and they're physically made in America, in North Carolina, and it takes 3 months to get them. But it was an obscene price. The list price for the love seat was like $11,000.
Yeah.
But we managed to get it for about half of that. We furniture's pretty much marked up, but I was saying to myself, hey, we sit there and watch the TVs just about every evening, and might as well spend the money and enjoy it.
Right. Yep.
As you don't know what's around the corner.
No, it's every day. That's why tomorrow I'm going out fishing with my father. He's 91 years old, and
Ooh,
my sisters and her husband are coming down from New Hampshire. So, yeah, just every day is a blessing in a sense. So just try to do what you can.
yeah, both my mother and her mother, and on my father's side, my grandmother, all lived into their 90s. My mother was, in a nursing home for the last 2 or 3 years, but the genes are there for longevity, at least on the woman's side. But
Well, see, my father's still living independently, so he's doing pretty good. So,
there's a friend of Gloria's, and her mother lives in Meriden, and her mother's just turned 101,
wow.
and she's living on her own. What she ended up doing is installing one of these, I don't know if it's Ring, but it's some sort of camera that she can monitor her. So, it if she falls down or something like that, at least she's got a way to do it. But she insists on living on her own and has, people come in, but
Yeah.
she's still living on her own.
Oh, God bless her. That's hey, that's what life's about. If you can do it.
Okay, well, I'll
Yeah.
give you a call on Thursday or Friday and we'll link up. And it's the thing sitting on the corner of my desk and I keep saying, after I pulled it all together, there's quite a bit of stuff that was done over the years, and shame to have to do it over again.
No, I appreciate everything you've done for the town. I don't think the average person really appreciates and understands what you personally have done for the town, the time you've given and all that. So thank you very much.
Yep, appreciate that. And the latest thing, I've been going back and forth with Jeff, and we talked about the affordable housing. The legislature took the fair share provision out of the state zoning requirements for affordable housing. And what it would have mandated, like what New Jersey does, that every town apportioned by their number of residents and all of that would be told to mandated to do a certain amount of the affordable housing. And they took it out of the initial bill, but at 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock in the morning, the last day of the legislature, they snuck it into an unrelated bill. So if Lamont signs it, there's going to be a study looking at what the impact would be. And as the Connecticut Mirror article says, the first step is always a study.
Yeah. Well, I know. I had a hard time getting on. I talked with Mike Tomato, and he said that other than these last minute tack-ons to bills that changed some things with zoning regs and things. He says that was the only thing that was exciting in his life so far this week. So
Okay,
anyway, you be good. Keep smiling. Say hello to your wife for me.
I will. I'll talk to you later.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Yep. Where's the